Hi, I'm Christine Liu from City Search Boston, and this is my kitchen, and today I'm going to teach you how to make tea eggs. So basically, tea eggs are a wonderful dish that you can make. It's very easy, home style, and it's kind of a twice cooked egg, and it fills your house with the smell of wonderful spices. And so I remember this fondly growing up. My mom would make this, and it's just a really comforting food for me. So the first step is put your eggs in a pot of cold water, just cover it up, and right now I have 6 in here. And so you want to just bring it to a boil, and then once it hits the boil, cut off the heat, cover it for about 4 minutes until you just want the whites to harden. And it's optional, but you can put a little dash of salt in. It makes the peeling of the eggs once they're cooked a little easier. Put a little in there, and we'll just wait. So now it looks like it's starting to boil. So you want to, when you see this, turn off the heat and cover it. And 4 minutes should be good. Basically, you want the whites to be hard enough so you can crack it without it getting everywhere. But you don't want the insides to be cooked too much because you're going to be simmering it for a while in hot water later. So the eggs have finished cooking. That's stage 1. And now is the fun part. So you want to make sure that just that the whites are cooked. And this is the cracking of the shell. And you know, using the back of a spoon is easiest. You have the most control. You can also roll it on a countertop if you want. And if you have kids or people in the kitchen who really don't want to cook but like to hit things, this is a good step. So basically you want to rinse them in cold water so they're comfortable to touch. And you just kind of crackle them all over. I don't know if you can see it, but you know, if little pieces of the shell fall off, that's fine, but you want to kind of just keep them as intact as possible. And just kind of do it all over. And then once you have sort of a good setup, put it into a pot of water that's clean. So when you crack the shells, what you're doing when you're simmering it, the second step, is you're allowing the spices and the soy sauce and all the flavorings to be infused into the entire egg. And also, a side benefit that's aesthetic is that it ends up, when you peel it, looking like a marble egg. So it's kind of like tie-dyeing it in a way, or batik. Okay, so now the cracked eggs are in the pan and stirring with cold water. Basically, you want this, with all the ingredients, to simmer for as long as you can stand it. Probably an hour is good. So what's going in to flavor the eggs? So tea. These are just, you know, Lipton black tea bags, whatever you have lying around. Just dunk them in there. 2 is good. If you want a stronger flavor, add more. If you don't like it, add less. 1/4 cup of soy sauce. So that's good for color and just saltiness. And then a bunch of whole spices that you can go to your favorite spice shop, or you can probably find some in the grocery store in the spice aisle. But basically anything that conjures up 5 spice-ish. So star anise is definitely key. I managed to find some mulling spices that, you know, it's just your garden variety, and I picked out the allspice berries. But what's left is you have cloves, you have cinnamon, orange peel, just really fragrant stuff, and also fennel seed, which adds a lot of flavor. So you just kind of dunk it in there. It's very imperfect. And just kind of let it go. Okay, so just, so right now I have it on high heat. You just want to get it to a point where it's really slow simmer and then turn it down to medium low. And just the way that if you have hot mulled cider or that kind of thing, you know how fragrant it can be and go through the house. So Hope you like the smell of whatever you're putting in here because your whole house is going to smell like it. So, patience pays off, and this is step 3, which is really, really fun because it's kind of a surprise how they're going to look, because on the outside, as you can see, the tea and the soy sauce and all that, the simmering, has dyed the outside of the egg. So this was originally white and brown egg. So the cracks allow the color and the flavor to seep into the egg, and when you open it, it kind of has this beautiful stained glass effect. So I'll open the white one. And you can have them sit in the simmering liquid, the brown liquid, put in the fridge, whatever, and the longer it sits in there, the more intense the flavor. So, as you can see, the inside of the shell is kind of like a spider web. This is also a great Halloween, or whatever, if your kids like spiders, I don't know. So, it has a marbling effect on the egg. So, and I always love the inside of the shell. It's kind of endless fascination. So, I'll peel this one too, see how it came out. And there might be pockets where there's a lot of like soy sauce liquid in it, so be careful. There we go. Pretty cool. So if you open them up, they're pretty much like your garden variety hard cooked eggs. The flavor is all the way through of soy and tea and spice. So they're basically like your normal typical hard cooked eggs. If you keep them in the fridge, they'll probably last about a week. I don't think they'll last that long, to be honest, but you can keep them in the same pot or like a casserole or something with all the liquid in there. I like to eat them cold. You can just like pluck them out and eat them, but my mom actually prefers them warm, so you can put it right back on the stove, just warm up the liquid, and they're ready to go.